Hello, I'm Professor Lee Boyer. I want to demonstrate the value of an accounting education at LaGuardia Community College. Imagine you are reading the newspaper and come across an article you find interesting. Here is one. The CEO who stood up to President Trump. Ken Frazier speaks out. You read that Ken Frazier is the chief executive officer of the pharmaceutical company Merck, but you aren't familiar with Merck and want to learn more. What do? Many people would do a Google search and learn a bit of information that way. But if you are knowledgeable about accounting, you can gain special insight into a company through its financial reports. Publicly traded companies like Merck are required to file information about themselves and their financial performance with the SEC. That's the Securities and Exchange Commission, and the information is available to everyone free. Go to sec.gov. Type Merck. You will see that the symbol for Merck is MRK. Under filing type, I suggest entering 10K. The annual report on Form 10K provides the most comprehensive information and is a good place to start when you are learning about a company. Click on the most recent 10K. I am in a web browser now because I wanted to show you how to access financial reports on your own. Now I'll switch to a PDF because it will be easier to see on your screen. But what I want to emphasize is, you can do this at home, not just for Merck, but for any public company. This is the 10K. I'll flip to the next page, where we will see the table of contents. By clicking here, you can read a description of the business and learn lots about the company. But since this is an accounting course, let's click Financial Statements. Here is the income statement. It tells us about Merck's profitability. At first, you might think that Merck's sales in 2019 were $46,840. That doesn't sound very impressive. But note that all information is in millions, except per share amounts. That means we have to add 6 zeros to $46,840. Sales were $46.8 billion in 2019. Ken Frazier must be a pretty big deal. I guess that's why he's featured in the New York Times. The company's profit, or net income, is not $9,843. Again, you have to add 6 zeros. It's $9.8 billion. That sounds like a good year to me, and it's a big increase over the previous year when the company made only $6.2 billion. Let's take a quick look at the balance sheet. Even though Merck is a massive corporation, the same basic accounting equation that we learned still applies. Assets equal liabilities plus stockholders' equity. Assets of $84,397,000,000 equal liabilities of $58,396,000,000 plus equity of $26,001,000,000. Do the arithmetic. The equation holds. And for those of you taking Accounting 2 with me, you will see the familiar categories of paid-in capital, retained earnings, and treasury stock. There are a couple of other categories too: accumulated other comprehensive loss and non-controlling interests. You will learn about these in your intermediate and advanced financial accounting courses. Accounting is a learned profession. It will take years of work before you understand everything in these reports. But after a couple of courses at LaGuardia, you will understand a lot. This consolidated statement of equity traces Merck's change in net worth over the course of a year. It is equivalent to the statement of owner's equity we learned about in Accounting 1, but, as you would expect, there's a bit more to it for publicly traded corporations like Merck than there is for a sole proprietorship. For example, Merck's net worth is affected by the dividends it declares and its share repurchases. And here's the statement of cash flows. We learn about that in Accounting 2. The notes to the financial statements go on for 50 pages. Don't worry, we won't look at them here. But if you were a professional accountant or an investor scrutinizing the company, it would be crucial to read them to truly understand Merck's financial position. How do we know we can have confidence in Merck's financial statements? Part of what gives us confidence is they have been reviewed by an independent auditor, PwC, or PricewaterhouseCoopers. The independent auditor, an outside firm with accounting expertise, has scrutinized the company and determined that the consolidated financial statements present fairly, in all material respects, the financial position of the company. By the way, public accounting firms are a great place to work after graduation or to do an internship before you earn your degree. You get valuable training and experience that you can draw on the rest of your career. I used to work in public accounting for Deloitte, like PwC, a Big Four firm, before I became a professor at LaGuardia. The other Big Four firms are KPMG and EY, but there are lots of great accounting firms, particularly here in New York. I hope you've enjoyed this quick tour where we used the SEC's free website to explore Merck, a publicly traded pharmaceutical company. I challenge you to find a company you're interested in and to explore its 10K, just like we did in this video. You can learn a lot about accounting that way, especially if you read the notes. And if you want to learn more about Ken Frazier, the chairman and CEO of Merck, check out the New York Times profile, The Corner Office. As a LaGuardia student, you are entitled to a free subscription to the New York Times. Make sure to sign up using your LaGuardia email address and to check your email afterwards to confirm your registration.